beginning in child pose. Take off your glasses if you're wearing them. And yeah, if you do like any, normally I say drop your forehead down to the floor, but if you want to try your forehead on a block or on another support, that might feel interesting. But all in all, arriving. Taking some breaths to bring yourself right here, right now, with this body, this mind, this heart. And beginning by finding some exhales out the mouth. Releasing, letting go. On inhale, take a slow, deep one and just slowly let your body fill, 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 expanding out to the edges of your skin. With that inhale, and again with the exhale, let it be a deep, full release. Starting with the exhales out the mouth, to release the jaw, to let go of any tension that you've been holding. We all know we've been holding now. We realize more than we thought. So really let go at a deeper level if that's possible for you in this class. Press your palms forward and draw your tailbone back, 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 and give your tail a little wag. Finding your inhales and exhales through a slightly more lengthened spine. Spreading out those palms, drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Taking a moment to scan your rib cage and just noticing the spaces and places between your ribs. See if you can make some more space there right now. Let's go ahead now and next moment, walking your hands over to the left side of the mat. If straight ahead were noon, you'd be about at 10 o'clock, 9:30, maybe 10:30. And take your left hand and place it over on top of the back of your right hand. And draw your right shoulder blade down your back. And roll your inner elbow up toward the ceiling. And spread open those spaces and places between your ribs. And lengthen, lengthen, lengthen the waistline, the outer hip. Just really caring and noticing the whole right side. From pinky finger back through hip. Take a few breaths there. Taking our time. Taking one more breath. Give your head a little shake, a little wag down on the floor there. Just release it out. And then take a sigh out the mouth, exhaling. And let's walk our way back to the other side, straight through center and over to the right. So straight ahead, we're noon. You might be at 2 o'clock or 2:30 or 1:30. Let your body decide for you. Right hand placed over top left. Spread through that left palm and draw back through the outer left shoulder. Roll the inner elbow up toward the ceiling, that left inner elbow up toward the ceiling, and really spread open through the whole left side body. Really connecting to all these places and spaces. And just notice them like, for the first time. It's really fun to have a reset button now in a big way in our country. So we can also press the reset button in our bodies, in our practices, in our lives. Take a big breath in and a smooth sigh out. And let's walk our way back to center. And just take a moment coming up onto all fours, just releasing the legs a little bit. So coming up on the ball of the right foot and straightening the leg. And same with the left, straightening the leg. And just go back and forth like you're walking right and left, spreading through the ball of each foot, spreading through the sole of that foot, and reaching back through the heel. This will also open the backs of the knees and the calves. Just take a couple more rounds. And if your head feels frozen in space, just let it move a little bit. Notice your head, notice your shoulders. Let them dance with this movement. Last two, one at each side. And then go ahead and tuck your toes under and walk your hands back. We'll come into an early squat. So just drop your tailbone down, tuck your chin in, and just curl in. Hug your arms around your shins and just really come into a nice, gentle, tight ball of you. Releasing the head, coming back to the self after so much outer attention over the last few days, weeks, months, years. Come back to you. 2 breaths. And then move your way so you come into toes pose. So you're on the ball of each foot and the heels are coming up. You're opening the soles of the feet. This may or may not be comfortable or possible for you. So stay in it as long as you like. You can always come out. But let's start a little movement for those shoulders. So let's let them go. Circling out the shoulders. Circling forward, up, back, and down. Finding a breath with this, letting your elbows then come into it, wrists, fingers dangle, jaw releasing, breath releasing. Make it even bigger, coming into some big back strokes with your arms. Let your eyes follow these movements so the neck and the eyes and the face get some connection to this movement. And then let's meet with the hands clasped behind the back. If you can stay in toes pose, great. If you can't, no worries. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Drop the shoulders down. Draw the belly in and then reach the arms back and away from your body. And breathe into that heart space. And just let your chin trace a semicircle from collarbone to collarbone. Last couple breaths. Oh. And let it go. Shake out those hands. Bring the hands to the ground and let's tap the tops of the feet. Releasing the tops of the ankles. And this time, reaching the right leg out and lifting it up into space and lengthening the left arm forward in opposition. Draw your belly in and extend through those limbs. Circle out wrist and ankle now. And then lift arm and leg a little higher, big breath in. And exhale, round in elbow to knee, drop chin to chest, round out the back body. Inhale, expand and lengthen. Exhale, round in and squeeze. Reach it, round it. This could be a little mini flinging off as you lengthen and then gather back in. 2 more rounds. Inhale, expand, maybe a little fling through those hands and feet. And exhale, round. Last one, gentle fling. This time, bend the right knee and reach back for the right foot or ankle. And broaden those collarbones and lift that back thigh. And choose a gaze that feels safe and good for your neck. Opening up the front of that right thigh, hip. Broadening, opening through the heart space. 2 more breaths. Reach out long, big breath in, arm and leg. Left hand comes down, right foot comes down. Right arm spreads up and lean back and open the chest. Rising out of the earth. And then take a big wide windmill circle with that right arm. And follow it with your eyes. And let this really release and loosen the shoulder and the breath into the upper chest. Circle in both directions. And then lengthening your right arm over the ear. Spread through your right side body from right fingertips back through outer right foot. Spreading open. And if it feels right for you, you can launch your right leg up into space, finding that balance. And or if it feels right for you, bend your right knee and open the front of that right hip thigh. You can gaze down for a little extra opening for the shoulder and neck. One more breath. Release arm and leg if you have had it up. Come on back to all fours and just move it around your way. Could be cats and cows, could be spirals and swirls. Let your body find a new dimension of looseness that it hasn't felt in quite some time. Big full breaths, maybe some good sighs out the mouth, making sound. No one can hear you. Stick out your tongue, make a roar. Ha. Find your might and your softness all at once. And second side, let's lift the left leg back up into space and reach the right arm forward and reach long. Circle out through wrist and ankle. Go easy with head and neck. Notice how easy you can be. Circling in both directions. And then this is just a tiny little gentle fling off, inhale. And then exhale, gather in elbow to knee, tuck chin, round back of neck. Inhale, expand and release out the arm and leg. Exhale, squeeze in, round in, belly strong, back of neck long. Inhale, reach, lift, fling. Exhale, round. Couple more, reach it out. Round it in. And last one, reach it out. And this time bend the left knee and reach back for the ankle or the foot. And see where you go with this. Maybe the leg lifts, maybe the eyes gaze up. Opening the front of that hip, the collarbones. Savoring every bit of this. 2 more breaths. Really breathing bigger and bigger. Inhaling and exhaling. And then extend out arm and leg. Left foot comes down, right hand comes down. Left arm flows to the sky and open, lean back. Expand. And then let your arm circle in a big wide circle around you. The clock opening, ticking, follow with your eyes. Circling in both directions. Meeting with that left arm over the left ear. And just take a moment to connect the whole left side, connect all the dots. And really expand up and beyond, out from the shape of your body. If it feels good, you can float your left leg up into space. And if it feels good, bend your back knee, reach for your back foot. Open the thigh, open the chest. Let your gaze go down to get a little stretch between the neck and shoulder. 2 more breaths. And release, come on out of it. Move it around your way. Maybe circle out each wrist a little bit. Circle the hips and the shoulders and the head. And when you feel your time is ready, curl your toes under and rise your way up to a downward facing dog. And give your head a nod yes. And notice what you're saying yes to these days. Spread those palms and draw your shoulder blades down your back and shake out your head, no. And notice what you are saying no to these days. Let your hips rise higher and higher as your palms press forward. Roll your inner elbows forward to the front and lift your inner thighs back up toward where the wall and the ceiling meet. Turn your toes to the left and your heels to the right. And open up that side body. And in your own timing, taking it to the other side, toes to the right, heels to the left. You can gently unweight each hand as you do so. Come on back to the center, reach your right leg to the sky, bend the knee and roll your hip open. Palms are steady, balanced. Right foot is pressing toward left shoulder. Give a big yawn into your belly and the front of that right hip thigh. And then go ahead and lift your right leg super high to the sky. Big breath in. And exhale, round in, knee to nose. And let's step the right foot forward. And if you have your blocks, find them to the front of your mat. And go ahead and dip your hips and lift your chest. You might have your hands on blocks. You might also sweep the arms back in a little bit of an airplane pose. So on inhale, lift, spread through the back leg, right knee is bent. On exhale, hands plant, maybe to blocks, maybe to ground. Straighten both legs, pull your hips back, bow your head on down. And we're gonna move between these two places. So on inhale, lift high, maybe the arms sweep back, maybe the gaze goes up, pull through the back legs, sink through the hips. On exhale, straighten, pull the hips back, bow the head, maybe lift the 5 toes of the right foot. So take this for a few more rounds, your own pacing. I'm saying inhale and exhale, but it may take a couple breaths to really land into the pose, to express it fully. You may only go through 1 or 2 rounds. That's great. See if you can deepen with each time you visit the space. Last one on the inhale, bending the right knee, spreading through the back leg. Last one, exhale, pulling back hips, bowing head low. And let's meet with the right knee bent. Come on the ball of the left foot. Left hand stays down, either to the block or floor. Right hand comes to low back, and find your sacrum at the base of your spine and just give it a little rub. Very soothing. And then begin to turn toward that inner right thigh. Spread through your back leg, turn through belly, turn through rib, turn through chest, float your right arm to the sky if it feels like you want to put that cherry on top. Inhale, open it up. Feel the fullness of the moment. And exhale, let's standing split. Hands down to ground. Left leg flows to the sky. Let your head drop out of it. Bow it heavy. For 3, 2, see if you can really find the energy in the pose for you. 1 last breath. Lift that left leg a little higher. Bow your head a little deeper. Step back strong, high plank, and pause here. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Lift up your belly and your thighs. Pull back through your heels. Find your breath deeper than ever. For 3, 2, last breath. Come all the way down on an exhale to the belly, and just pause and feel your belly on the ground. What a relief. Just rest for two little heartbeats. And then bring your forehead to the floor, hands right under shoulders, and just lift up to a low cobra. Nothing fancy, nothing big. Shoulders drop, heart lifts, thighs are stretching and spreading. 1 breath. Exhale, come on down. We'll take it 2 more times, flowing with it. Inhale, rise. Exhale, come on down. Last one, rise it up. Elbows are close to the body. Shoulder blades draw down the back. Exhale, come on back. Press back, child pose, 2 breaths. And on your next exhale, find your way back, your way to downward facing dog. And just walk it out and ease it out. And then go ahead, launch your left leg high to the sky and bend the knee and roll your hip open. And just enjoy that big spread through the belly and the thigh, the strength and balance of the arms and the standing right leg. Open it up your way. And then straighten that left leg, big inhale. And exhale, step your left foot forward. Find your blocks if you're using them. And on inhale, hips sink, heart lifts. Maybe arms float back. Maybe eyes look up. On exhale, straighten both legs, pull your hips back, bow your head. And you take this in your own pacing and your own degree of openness. Maybe you're just taking tiny movements. Maybe these bigger, fuller movements feel just delicious in your body. Maybe you linger in a space or place because it's the place for you to be. So go with it. Last 2 rounds. We'll meet with the left knee bent. Keep your right hand down. Left hand comes to sacrum at base of spine. And just take a moment to rub there and to connect with your legs. And then gently, as the knees draw to midline, spin yourself toward the left, toward your inner left thigh, through belly, through ribs, through heart. Cherry on top if you like. Left arm flow into the sky. Big breath. Take that wide circle if it feels really nice for you. And let's go ahead and fly into it. Standing split. Right leg flows to the sky, head bows heavy. Breathing fuller and deeper into the back body. Allowing the energy to cascade down through the crown of the head. And really find your launch and your lift through the ground. And up through that right leg, lifting it higher perhaps. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, we step back strong to high plank. This time we flow straight to low push-up, just hover. Inhale your version of a back bend. Maybe thighs are on the ground, maybe not. And let's meet with the thighs on the ground. And let's roll it from one side to the other. Rolling from one hip to the other. Pressing one leg back and then the other. Great opener for the fronts of those hips. Come back to center for a breath. And then exhale all the way down. Press back child pose. 2 breaths. Sigh it out if you need it. Finding your way in your timing, down dog. Take a big breath in and a big sigh out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring step or float to the front. Reach on out, flat back. Exhale, bow. Bend your knees and just give your head, so touch your hair, maybe a massage to the shoulders or neck, around behind the ears, perhaps the temples. Just give a touch and some attention, just for a couple breaths. And then let your hands find the ground or your legs or your feet. And let, again, the energy cascade down through the crown of the head and spread through your feet and rise up through your sitting bones. Now bend your knees and round your way up to standing. And take a moment to pause here with your arms out. Turn the pinkies up and the thumbs down. And just open your heart. Let your heart open out through your arms, out through your wrists and palms and fingers. And turn your fingertips down and your shoulders drop. And you expand from your heart space right out through those arms and wrists, dropping the fingers down, opening those inner wrists, dropping the shoulders, lifting the heart. Let's turn the fingers the other way so the back of the wrists open. Give your fingers a little wiggle. Drop the shoulders, lift the heart. Find your breath, find your feet, find your legs, and then let's dance it out. Let's fling it off with a dance. You might do a little flingy dance. Whoosh, flicking it off, flicking off that yucky energy that we don't need anymore. Whoosh, let it go. Maybe it turns into a jog or a little shake, a little booty shake or shoulder, or wrist or hip shake, whatever it is. And just find your way now to a still point. Feet to the ground, hands by your sides, shoulders drop. Breath opens the chest in all dimensions. Head is at ease. Brain rests. I'll call it Sage Mountain Pose. Inhale, flow the arms high from there. Exhale, fold, swan dive forward. Maybe knees bend to take you all the way down. Inhale, find your flat back, lengthen, lengthen, right out the crown of the head, shoulders draw down the back. Exhale, step back strong, high plank, flowing to low push-up. Inhale, your version of back bend. Thighs could be up off the ground or not. Open the heart. And exhale, straight on back, downward facing dog. Launch your right leg high to the sky, bend the knee and roll your hip open. Stay firm through both hands. Exhale, squeeze in, round in, knee to nose. Inhale, reach that leg higher. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, tricep, shoulder, float, kneecap high. Inhale, lift it up, straighten that leg. Exhale, twist across, right to left, spin it. Inhale, flow high. Exhale, let's step, warrior one, right foot steps, left foot spins, let's rise. Spread through the back leg, reach the arms high, interlace your fingers and draw your palms to the sky as you drop your shoulders. And just breathe into the shape. Coming into the legs, opening through the side seams of the body, opening through those wrists. Choose a gaze that feels just right for right now. And then clasp your hands behind your back now. Drop your shoulders, bow your head, and lift your arms up to the sky. Let the head go. Rinse the shoulders. Rinse the breath. One more inhale. Sigh it out. Rise, rise, rise on up. Exhale, opening, spreading wide, warrior two. Give those shoulders a little flingy dance. The fling is gentle today, right? And then release, reverse your warrior. Inhale. Exhale, side angle, elbow to thigh. And take a big circle with that left arm. Circle it in both directions. Spread left arm over left ear, great breath in. And then exhale, bend elbow down toward left hip and turn your gaze up. And then reach with that arm. Exhale, bend elbow, turn your gaze up, open your right knee, open that chest. One more, reach it, straighten, bend it, spin to the left. And let's let it all go. Stepping through, finding your way through vinyasa, high to low, upward facing, downward facing dog, breath in, a sigh out, a nod to the head, yes, and a shake it out, no, if that feels good. Floating the left leg high, bend the knee, roll open. Exhale, round and squeeze in. Feel that core strength. Inhale, reach high. Left knee to left elbow, tricep, shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, spin, twist, left to right. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, step left foot forward. Right foot comes flat. Warrior one, find your way. So this time we take the goddess shape for the elbows, for the shoulders. The elbows bend. The wrists are in line with the elbows in line with the shoulders. Drop the shoulders down the back. Lift your heart up to the sun. Spread through the back leg and sink through the hip. Choose the gaze that feels just right. Maybe a little gentle circle out for those shoulders. And even the fingers could dance with it. And then let's meet with the hands clasped behind the back. Switch the clasp from before. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold, bow. Bury your head in the sand. Reach those arms up and away from the earth. Rinsing those shoulders. Letting the head really go. 2 more breaths. Rise, rise, rise. Open yourself wide, warrior two. And again, dance out through the shoulders. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Big breath in. Tremendous side body opening, so good. Exhale, side angle lunge, elbow to thigh. Right arm reaches over ear. And if it feels nice, take a big wide circle with that arm. You could follow with your eyes, circling in both directions. Meeting with the right arm over the ear. Take a moment to drop your shoulders down from your back and just give your head a little nod yes to release the neck if it's tight. And then go ahead, exhale, elbow bends, heart turns toward the sky. Exhale, reach right arm straight. Inhale and exhale, bend that elbow, spin toward the right. Exhale, reach that arm long. Inhale, bend, spin. Exhale, straight. Last one, bend it, open it, turn, twist toward the right. And we release, and we find our way back, your way, back to downward dog. Let's take a quick child pose. Knees down, arms long. And if it feels nice for you, you can place your elbows onto the mat, bending the elbows, or on blocks. And then you can come on the balls of your feet and drop your forehead down to or toward the floor. Hands are in a sundial shape. Give a little wiggle waggle movement through the torso. And draw your thumbs toward the space between your shoulder blades. Elbows drawing in toward midline. Hands might rise back up to the sky. Maybe they straighten out. We'll see how this goes for you. If you're on blocks, release them. And come so that you tuck your chin even further and roll onto the beyond the crown of your head, toward the back of your head, opening up the back of the neck. And take your hands and just smooth that area, back of the neck. And let's gently release out of it. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a sigh out. Lift your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee and roll your hip open. And let's round in knee to nose, squeeze it in. Inhale, reach it high, lift. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, tricep, shoulder. Inhale, lift it up. Spin it across, right to left. Rise it on up, big breath in. And let's step forward, this time to a high lunge. Right foot steps. Stay on the ball of the left foot, find your balance. Rise, rise, rise. Take a moment to drop your left hand to the left front of the hip and just give it a little rub. And then lift the arms high. And we're gonna bend the elbows and place the hands down the back. And so just rest your head in your forearms there. And just enjoy that. One more breath. Lift the heart, lift the elbows. We're gonna fly into an eagle pose. So left leg, swing it up and around. And left arm, swing it under. Find this balance. Dip your hips. Lift your elbows and press your hands away from your face. Drop those shoulders. One more breath. Draw the left knee up into the chest. Release the arms. Right arm comes high. Left hand takes hold of left foot. Natarajasana, dancer's pose. So you can stay right here, drawing your knees together. That might be enough. And or you can lift that back leg even higher. Lifting the chest, lifting the leg for 3, 2 last. Full breath. Woo, step it back. Warrior 2. Straighten both legs. Dance through the hips. Dance through the shoulders. Dance through the head. Hands come to low back. Inhale, open up.
lift heart. Maybe lift throat. Exhale, fold, bow. Let it go. Elbows might draw in.
And then when you're ready, the hands come down, the head bows, the toes spread, and you get a gorgeous stretch for the legs. And a wonderful dangle to the spine. Shake it out. Breathe it through. Maybe walk your hands through the legs and stretch through the backs of the shoulders even more. Just take a couple more breaths. If you have a tripod headstand in your practice, this is a nice time for it. Be safe as you're watching a video. You don't have anyone to spot you. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, do that. Last 3 breaths. And in your time, come to flat back, shoulders right under, right over wrists. Draw your belly in and lengthen through the whole spine. Draw your shoulder blades actively down your back, your shoulders away from your ears. Hands come to hips, press through your feet, rise on up to standing. And let's find that warrior 2 on the other side, bending the left knee, finding warrior 2, and then transitioning to the high lunge. So turning to the back of your mat. High lunge, left foot forward, right foot back. Take a moment here, just anchor in the pose. Right hand comes to the front of that right thigh and just touch in and massage there. Scooching your belly in, finding the balance. Beautiful. And then bend the elbows and press your hands down your back and let your head just rest in your forearms and lift your heart, lift those elbows, drop the shoulders down, spread through the back leg. Last breath. Rise on back up, transitioning to eagle. Right leg swings up and over, squeezing your inner thighs together. Right arm swings around underneath. Drop the shoulders, press the hands away from the face and lift the elbows. And breathe. Release that jaw. One more breath. Release the arms, right knee comes up, left arm rises high, right hand takes hold of inner right foot. Prepping for Natarajasana, dancer's pose. Knees draw together, tailbone drops, belly lifts. This could be it, this could be the perfect moment. And or come deeper, right leg flowing to the sky, left arm reaching up and a little forward for 3, 2, last breath. Find the fullness of the pose. Step it back wide. Warrior 2. Straighten both legs. Take a little dance through the hips, through the torso, through the shoulders. Shake it off. Interlace your hands behind your back. Come to stillness. Breath in. And hinge at the hips, full bow, breath out. Head comes down, arms rise high. Bowing in. And just taking this in your way. You might move the arms side to side. You might choose to have the hands on the floor or at your feet instead. Find deeper breaths. More release. Last breath or 2. Hands come down. Walk your way around to the front. And step back strong, high plank. Moving through one last vinyasa. Meeting me in down dog. Right leg flowing to the sky. Bend the knee, roll open one more time. And step your right foot to your left wrist for pigeon. Dipping your hips, lifting your heart. Hands come to that front leg. And just touch it, massage it. Touching in on your foot.
your thigh, your calf, whatever feels right for you. You can stay upright. Maybe that feels just wonderful. And or for you, when you're ready, fold into it. Out. Let it go. Focus on deep, full breaths and connection to the hip release. Balance for the back leg. Back knee is centered on the mat. All 5 toes centered on the mat. Letting go a little further and further and further. Maybe releasing your shoulders. Connecting in with your eyes, softening them. Your jaw, softening there. A sigh out the mouth. Rising, rising, rising. Let's go ahead and keep the right knee bent for a little more twisting action. Left knee swings up and around. And if you choose, you can extend your right leg long if that's easier for you. But just take a moment here and wrap yourself up and just drop your head down to that knee or toward the knee. And just round in and reconnect to you. Right arm wraps around that bent left knee. And let's kind of bloom it out. So bloom by lifting the left arm high to the sky. And spin. And this twist will help us wring it out again and again and again. Always more to wring out. We are big sponges, really, we take on a lot of information and energy. So these twists help us wring our organs and our internal body space out, and also just the energy, the stuff that we kind of take in, whether we know it or not. Gaze past the left shoulder, open that left heart space. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, let's unwind and just take a moment to lie on your back and spread your body out. We'll take the second side in a minute, but just release it. So wrung it out like a sponge. Now just let your body kind of open. Legs and belly and hips. Arms and armpits, side body. Chest, face, back of neck. Open it up. Feet to the ground and a quick back bend, coming into bridge pose, pressing through the feet, lifting through your hips, interlacing your hands underneath you, and just breathing into the front line of your body for 5 breaths. Thighs lengthen forward, chest lengthens back and up. Chin lifts up gently off, away from the chest. A little butt squeeze, 2 more breaths. And let go in your own timing. We're going to find our way back to down dog. If you'd like to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine, you can do that. We'll meet in down dog, getting there somehow. Left leg rises when you're there. Bend the knee and roll your hip open. Just feel this body, this mind, this moment. Left foot stepping to right wrist, pigeon pose, second side. And again, hands come to the front leg and give it some loving touch and attention. Back leg is spread long. And in your timing, again, folding, bowing, letting go, letting be, letting breath. Feeling the quality of the expansion on an inhale. And the quality of softening on an exhale. Releasing. And you just follow this breath. Each breath, see what your body is soaking in even more. Like, do you want more inhale? Do you want more exhale? The breath is medicine, so really treat it as such. Giving yourself just what you need. See how much you can come into awareness of your body's sensations, your breath's sensations. Last 2 breaths. Rise, rise, rise on up. Left knee stays bent, right leg swings around. And go ahead, just drop your forehead down toward your knee and just curl in, round in. Could be a little form of collapse even, just letting go. And left arm wraps around right, bent knee. Let's bloom and blossom and open and let that right arm reach toward the heavens. And then rainbow around the back and enjoy this beautiful twisting. Really finding your dance with it, finding all the details. These poses we do often, so see what you can connect to that's new today, that's different, a part of the spine that you haven't explored before in this shape, in this twist. Right shoulder opening, gaze going way to the right. Feel the fullness of the pose of the moment. Open it up. And find your unwinding. And go ahead and let's again lie down and just kind of unwind here. Opening. Making our way again to one more bridge pose. If you're interested and excited about a wheel and know how to do a wheel, you could take a wheel, great for the opening of the shoulders, only if you're comfortable. So bridge or wheel or any other back bend of the moment. Lifting those hips, opening through the shoulders, opening through your breath. A quick movement into inversion. So be kind and gentle with yourself from here. You could come into shoulder stand, lifting one leg and then the other up into the sky. You could also just lift your legs up with your hips on the floor or on a block. We're just going to take about 5 breaths in inversion. Slowly, gently making your way out of it. Taking your time. Hugging your knees into your chest. Transitioning to a happy baby. Soles of feet to the sky. You might open this up into a wide-legged split depending on what your body says, what is comfortable. And then we're gonna find our way towards Shavasana. So any movements that your body wishes to make before the end of our practice, maybe a quick twist. You may be loving happy baby, or maybe you're still exploring inversion. So you just kind of feather your way to your Shavasana. Finally, when you feel ready to land like a feather onto the earth, just let yourself land. And as a feather, you become there's no breeze to fly you out and up. You just find the ground and you just feather in further to the ground, to the earth, to her stability and support, her energy. or invitation to let go. Your willingness to just be. Integrating, rebalancing, healing breath by breath. And slowing down. Letting go even more. And take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, opening up to new possibilities. Breathing from the outside in. Exhale, letting go of that which no longer serves. We'll be doing more and more of this over the next months. Inhaling and exhaling. Wiggling fingers and toes and letting your head roll easy side to side. And in your own timing, go ahead and roll onto your side and just curl up and give yourself a hug. Really reconnecting to the deeper, deeper, deeper love wells within you and sending it right through your system. Big love. Dropping your forehead down to the floor, releasing that which no longer belongs to you, that which is excess, that which no longer serves. Let's rise slowly to seated. And draw our hands to our hearts. We made it. We're here. Oh, and the world keeps on spinning and moving and going. So take a moment to nourish and nurture yourself right here in the heart. Bowing down to the heart and the hands, the work of the hands. Hands come to third eye center and let those hands lift you up to the light. Lift you up to your light and the light we all share, all of us. May you be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. Namaste.